What is up, YouTube? I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that over on my Twitter page, if you click the link in my description box down below to get to my Twitter page, Devon_DaVinci, you will see a poll for the name of the community. Now, right now, the two names that are in the finals are Codebreakers and the Renaissance Crew. So be sure to make sure you cast your vote for what the name of the community is going to be, and that'll be the name of the community for the foreseeable future. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, I told you guys I would do a video on incels. Now, if anybody that don't know what an incel is, it's a nice guy that's been a nice guy for too damn long, and he just gave up on women. Or, I don't know, did he give up on women? Is that what incels are? I'm thinking so. Whatever. This video is going to describe it. As you can imagine, incels are fucking insufferable because they act like every problem in the world is someone else's, and they have nothing to do with the misfortune that they're currently experiencing, even though everything pretty much falls on them. And usually you can tell based on what they say to women and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into this and see what some of this stuff has to say.
Being incel is worse than being a black man during the Jim Crow era. At least they got the rope. Let's just establish something here. Death is not a privilege in any way. Taking your own life is not a privilege in any way. We all have the ability to leave this world whenever we please to, unless you're on like serious suicide watch and they literally take away everything that you could use to end your own life. That's why I'm assuming that this is a joke from this person. Oh, at least they got the rope. Fucking hang yourself. I mean, like, I'm not actually telling you to hang yourself, but if you're jealous of black people during the Jim Crow era because they had the ability to die, you have the ability to die anytime you want.
Not to mention your problem
just the way
is
it
something
is.
that you put on
Hello,
yourself.
everybody, and welcome to the most frustrating group of humans on the planet, the incels.
Pretty much.
I am already pissed off in this video. That first one really got me going, and there's plenty more like it. So subscribe to the channel if you like creepy dude stuff, if you like Reddit videos, and let's get it.
Who is this guy that
keeps
keep putting in the videos, the big dude with the fedora?
Shut down.
What the fuck did he do to deserve that?
Out and almost couldn't control my laughter. I was buying groceries today, and after I was done, I proceeded to the cashier to check out. A couple people were in front of me, and the middle-aged cashier cunt was taking a really long time to do her job. After a couple more minutes, a young roasty and a cuck comes up to her and start talking to her. I was pissed off, but suddenly she starts crying and making a scene. I couldn't hear what they were saying because I had my headphones on. I took them off, and after another cashier took her place, the roasty in front of me asked what happened, and she said the niece of the other cashier had died. I had a smirk on my face the whole time. This wasn't anything special, but it made my afternoon, so I wanted to share it with you guys.
This is an example of why incels are so damn insufferable. Now, first of all, randomly calling women cunts and you don't even know who the hell they are, yeah, that'll definitely get you laid. And, you know, laughing about other people's misfortunes just because you happen to have some misfortunes is fucking stupid. Like, come on now. If you're having a bad day, I was about to say do something to make it better. I know sometimes the issue is a lot more than that, but, I mean, you just got to look at the positives in life. These people, like, they always look at the negatives. Like, something bad happened to them, they don't pay attention to the good stuff that's happening to them as well. They only pay attention to the bad stuff, and they act like it's just stacking up on them, even though there are other things that are happening to them that they don't pay attention to that benefits them. That's one of my biggest problems with them.
That's such life fuel. Women crying makes me happy. Me too. They live such easy lives. I don't really have much to say about this, except that he probably didn't have a smirk on his face the entire time. I'm sure he's a huge pussy in real life.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he was so excited to go home and post about it on our incels and jack off to the replies of people saying, "Oh yeah, that's so exciting." Femoids should be terrified of the small percentage of incels who ascend. There are guys here, younger guys who haven't blossomed yet, mental cells who are attractive, fat cells who have Chad genetics under their blubber who will...
If you ever hear somebody use the term Chad, and the person they're referring to isn't named Chad or associated in any way with someone named Chad, run the fuck away. Apparently this is one of them words that, like, all incels use to describe guys that are getting girls. So if you hear somebody use the word Chad, back the fuck up and just don't associate with them.
Lose weight, guys who will get amazing plastic surgery, etc., who will ascend to Chad status. Cunts being cunts is what fuels our misogyny, and you better believe that if we get the chance to enact our revenge and absolutely emotionally destroy some Stacys by pumping them and dumping them, rejecting them, cheating on them, etc., we will do it given half a chance.
You
this
wonder
is
why
what you
people
have
take
created.
you as assholes.
I don't understand how this is going to be exacting their revenge on the Stacys. Because even if they're just, if some of them become Chads and end up pumping and dumping these Stacys, that's what's called a hookup, you know? Like, that's what they're looking for. If somebody has the opportunity to have sex with an attractive man, and they have sex, but then he doesn't call her back, like, she's not gonna care, because she was probably looking for a hookup in the first place. Incels can't even fathom the idea that, a woman could just want to have sex. I mean, I guess they do because they say it a lot, but this guy clearly doesn't believe that. All right, this is a post from our brain cells where this incel gets called out.
Don't they get mad at girls for doing that? So you're saying you're going to turn around and do that to a girl, and then I'm guessing other incels are going to look at her and get mad at what you did to her? Technically, don't that make you a Chad at that point?
Jews in Auschwitz had an easier life than we do.
God damn.
You're a piece of shit, my friend, because this is not true whatsoever. Please stop being delusional. Jews in Auschwitz had higher social status than we do. Jews got more pussy than we do. Jews had friends. And they still pretend to be oppressed.
What?
Yeah, when I think about the Holocaust, I just think about all those crazy orgies they were having, all the free love, and how high of social status all those interned humans had.
Like I said, insufferable.
I'm sure they were boasting about their sexual exploits and their social status when they were walking into the fucking gas chamber, you idiot. I know I just got angry about that, but I have to kind of agree with the normie in the comments. I have to imagine this is trolling from just some idiot. I just found out I ruined some normies' lives. I'm so fucking proud of myself. I found out there was this party that other people in my high school were having. I wasn't invited, so naturally I went about finding the address, finding out if alcohol would be there, and then calling the cops. I baited them into telling me alcohol was there by saying, "I don't care if you won't let me go. Your party is shit if there's no alcohol." And the host said, "There's gonna be tons of alcohol, dumbass." I recorded that. Then I called the cops, and it turns out they were doing some even harder shit that they tried to hide from the cops. That's going to make your high school life a lot easier. Till one pushed the cop back and got arrested. Yeah. The host got fined, and there was about 2 arrests overall. With an arrest on record, it'll be hard for them to get into a good college or university, and the Chad scholarship to Cornell got revoked.
Look at this picture.
These posts are from a hypocritical incels.me user. This guy. The degeneracy of this world astounds me. Also this guy. LMAO, this is some white knight shit. If I ever stumbled upon a rape, I'd hold her down while the dude had his way. Then we'd switch. Alright guys, you heard it here first. Women are worse than Nazis. Nazis practiced eugenics for like 10 years. Femoids have practiced it since the beginning of humanity. Girl power is literally a taxpayer-sponsored eugenics program enforced by the state at gunpoint. That is what girl power is. The power to stop entire bloodlines for minor physical defects and get everyone else to pay for it and cheer her on as a good person and not superficial like she actually is. Girl power is the power for a leg beard with incel genetics to routinely harass her male equivalents. And
okay, now, I may have presented too much negative energy when I was talking about these guys. Maybe I got a little bit too upset with some of the stuff that I saw. So I don't want to project that through the camera. I want you guys to have a good time. So we're going to make this I was about to say a try not to laugh challenge, but fuck it. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's see how many funny things we can see in this video before, I don't know, people around just look at us as idiots because we're laughing so damn loud.
Have everyone cheer her on. And then they have her pass down the subpar bloodlines as if it were made of gold. Birth control effectiveness.
I love how they talk like they're in a fucking video game.
Birth control
bloodlines and ascending and all this other stuff. Like,
being a handsome abuser, 0%. You're going to be making babies all over the place. All right, here's a guy who commented. Being a nice guy who respects women is the only 100% effectiveness there is. Being a nice guy, TM, is definitely not going to make you any babies. I have the right to reproduce, and I will. I don't care if that means having to move to a second or third world country where the exchange rate on my sexual market value is valued a lot more.
What the fuck is a sexual market value? Is this another term that incels use?
I don't care if it means having to move to a country where they have a bride price and you can trade livestock for women. I don't care if that means any number of things. I'm going to do what I have to fulfill my desires. Feminism in the first world has totally rigged the dating game against us men. They're forcing us to cheat or suffer the demise of our bloodlines. I will agree that I think that feminism has hurt the ability of very scummy dudes to be able to get women in the United States. And famed misogynist and one of the funniest men to ever walk this planet, Patrice ONeal, once said that American men are like supermen, but when they're in America, it's like they're on Krypton, like they don't have their powers. But then when they go to anywhere else in the world, everybody looks at them like, ooh, you're this American man, you're this special thing. But at the same time that I say that, Patrice ONeal was like 6'5" and a well-built man. Although he was very overweight, he was well-built, so the incels would probably look at him as a Chad with his combination of size and personality. It's
just confidence. That's it, confidence. Confidence means a lot. You could look however the fuck you want to. If you got confidence, somebody is going to be attracted to it. Maybe not a lot of people, but someone out there is going to be attracted to it.
As far as Patrice's theory about supermen, I don't know if the incels could be supermen anywhere. And actually, as much as I'd like for them to get laid and I'd like for them to take a chance to go outside of their country to get laid, I feel like their views on women will never allow them to be close enough to a woman to do anything with her because they just hate them so much. There's such an underlying hatred. And even though Patrice ONeal was an outspoken misogynist and said some horrible things about women in his life, I don't think he had that same underlying hate. And that's what makes the incels failures at the end of the day, is if you can't accept a woman, how the fuck is she going to accept you or respect you in any way? I'd like to take a second to say something to the incels out there. First off, I'd like to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got this shitty roll of the dice and you're in the bottom third of the attractiveness scale. You know, I've had problems with thinking I'm unattractive and stuff, and I think we all do. Even the people that would be objectively most attractive obviously have like things that they'd like to change or they wish were different or advantages they wish they had. But you just can't change that. I mean, you can obviously get into better shape. Maybe plastic surgery is an option for you if it's really bad.
Plastic surgery ain't even an option, or it don't have to. It don't have to be. You could, like I said, get yourself in shape. Try to dress yourself better. Look up different ways to like be more stylish. You know, buy the right type of cologne and stuff. Make sure you smell good. Make sure you always got yourself well maintained. You know, make sure your nails are clean. Make sure your hair's well done. Make sure that you shave and everything else. Unless you're trying to go for a beard, this is the best I can go for a beard, so I'm working with it. And you know, try to present the best image that you have of yourself. First impression mean a lot. If a girl looks at you and they see that you don't give a fuck about yourself, why the fuck would they give a damn about you? Like, it's all about the way you present yourself. A girl wants somebody that is like confident with himself. Why would she want someone that already doesn't even feel good about themselves? So when they get into a relationship, now she has to worry about this motherfucker is like looking down on himself and then looking down on me too. Like, if you can't even appreciate yourself, how the fuck you gonna appreciate me?
But your personality is definitely the biggest problem, guys. Hate has never won anybody over. Hate, it just pushes people away. And the incel community, because they're so filled with hate, it's almost like an anti-community. They're all making each other worse.
The voice of this video
you guys are all making each other worse. You're not helping.
I'm just saying, I don't know who that person is. Like, it seems kind of mean to keep posting this guy's picture if they're not an incel or something like that. Unless they're like an outspoken incel, then okay, fine. But It just seems funny.
One another at all. My homework for the incels out there this week would be to work on an aspect of your personality, whether it's like being kind of funny or being clever or being a good storyteller or something like that. Work on something in your personality that will make you a little bit more interesting than you were, you know, a month ago or whatever. Also, work on like something that you're very proud of. Like if you have a passion in life, if you have a job that you do, just
ambition.
do it
Ambition
as
is
good as
another
you can.
quality
Make
that
sure
women really enjoy.
You know your worth, and the people around you know that you're like an important part of that community. I know you guys think that society rejects you, but I genuinely believe that
Girls
if you
love
tried to
a
work
guy
on
with
your
passion and,
personality and
ambition.
just being more approachable, in general, even if you're fucked in your own town, just like move to a different town, get a different job where maybe people don't know you as like a miserable sad sack dropping black pill truths on people, and just get a fresh start and try and be a happy person. Try and like emulate the sort of life you wish you had, and it will get better. Also, try and find a woman that
don't
is
look
an
like this.
actual looks match to you. You guys are always talking about looks match and how you need, like, if you're a 3, you need another 3 to accept you. I think that those women are out there. I don't think they're getting nearly as much dick as you think they are. They might be getting dick, and you can't consider them a roastie. You have to consider them a person that is the most realistic for you to have sex with.
That's another thing. Stay in your motherfucking lane. If you're a 3, don't be surprised if a bunch of 10s start turning you down, because chances are if you're not willing to go after a 3, then chances are a 10 isn't willing to go after a 3 neither. Like, stay in your lane. I mean, I'm not saying don't go after a 10. Like, if you feel confident in yourself and stuff, go ahead and go after it. But I'm just saying, if they reject you, it's not the end of the world. Don't assume that all women are shit or all guys are shit just because you went after the goddamn supermodel and they didn't return your damn message, or they didn't say anything to you, or they rejected you or something like that. Like, just keep moving. It's all about like the law of averages. For every 100 no's, you might get 1 yes. That's just how life is.
And there are absolutely female incels out there as well. I know that Eggy, a famous incel, has talked about the fembot myth, that there's no such thing as a female incel, but that's absolutely untrue. I know that maybe not in the way that you think of an incel, but there are for sure 40-year-old
like,
virgin
know how to
women
smile.
out there
like...
that are just too shy or awkward to get anybody, you know, or to,
like,
or to just be out there
smile
enough to get anybody. So I know I'm not going to change anybody's opinion, and that's why this rant is so stupid. But I genuinely think that if the incels accepted female incel equivalents into their community, they could learn so much, and they would both parties would be better off. But since the incels don't consider females to even have the potential to be incel, I don't think they'll ever learn. And that's where I guess I'm going to leave you guys today. Sorry if this turned a little bit ranty, but I really do want the incels to get better. So this was just me kind of rambling, trying to help them out. If you made it this far, comment "it's not over" in the comments down below. And skate on, rollerbladers. I'll see you very soon.
All right, there you go. I mean, the thing about incels is, as much as they piss me off, I do want them to, like, stop and realize that life continues. Just because you got rejected don't mean that there's somebody out there that's not willing to accept you. I know, like, a lot of times that people assume that just because they got rejected a lot, that means no women out there likes you. That's actually wrong. There's all kinds of women out there that are willing to give you a chance if you just approach them like a normal ass person. Stop assuming that they owe you something just because you were nice to them. Like, just because you said something nice to a girl, that doesn't mean she automatically has to fuck you. Like, it's just like anything else. Like, if you met some girl that let's say you weren't really attracted to, they approached you, and then they said something nice to you, and you said thanks back. Now, if they turned around and was like, oh, well, we should go ahead and do something, you're like, oh, well, I'm not really interested right now, but thanks for the compliment. And all of a sudden they turn around and go, oh, you're a fucking bitch. You'd rather go and fuck some other girl, but you won't fuck with me because you would be taken back by that. Like, okay, what the fuck? You approached me. What the hell do I owe you? Like, you would have that feeling. So, like I said, women are just the exact same as men. If you had somebody approach you with that type of energy, a girl is going to have the exact same reaction to somebody that comes up to him with that type of energy. Like, just treat everybody the way you would want to be treated. The golden rule that everybody learned back in fucking kindergarten. And, that's it. Like, if there's a girl out there that likes video games, then, hell, she likes video games. It's probably the same thing you do. So she gets home, she plays video games. You get home, you play video games. That don't mean that just because you like video games and she likes video games that y'all are automatically destined to hook up. Like, maybe she ain't attracted to you. Just because you might share some stuff with somebody doesn't mean that, like, y'all automatically have to get together. It's not like South Park. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I automatically have to join someone that's black. Like, it's all about the way you feel with somebody. Like, if we happen to be black, that's perfectly fine. But I'm looking for somebody that shares the same interest as me. Like, if I happen to like working out, that doesn't mean that I automatically have to find a girl that works out, and that doesn't mean that if I find a girl that works out, we automatically have to get together. Like, it would be nice if I had somebody that shared that same interest, but I'm looking for somebody that shares personality with me, like somebody that. Well, I'm not going to get into that. This isn't a damn dating profile video. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave that comment down below. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button and share. Like I said, make sure you check out my Twitter so you can get into the name of the community poll. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to move on to some more, at least one more video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, giving you the deuces. Peace.